Congratulations, you've just landed an interview. Are you nervous? Good, that means you care. Today, we're here with Kimberly Schneiderman of City Career Services, ready to talk about ways you can prepare for your interview. So Kimberly, is it still the rule to wear a suit to an interview?
Well, the rule is you want to dress 1 to 2 notches above the industry norm. And that might mean that you wear a suit to an otherwise casual environment. You also want to keep in mind the fashion influences of that industry. So for a finance company, your suit is going to be much more conservative than the trendier suit that you might wear to a graphic design firm.
Okay. Now we all know we're supposed to research a company before we go to the interview. What kind of information do we want to gather?
You want to find out as much about that company as you can. So you want to look for what their products and services are. You want to find out who the key players in the company are. What is their influence in the community and in the business world? Find out how long they've been in business. Are they stable? Who are the key players of that company?
Okay, so where does one look for all this information?
Well, the first stop, of course, is the company's website. From there, you can do Google and Yahoo searches to see what background information you can find out. You can also look at industry publications, business papers, and newspapers to see if there's articles written about either the company or some of the people within the company.
Okay. So in general, what should a candidate be prepared to talk about when they get to the interview?
Well, you want to be able to talk about how you directly match the employer's needs. So try to think about examples of your work experience that you can talk about that meets exactly what the position calls for.
Okay. So now what is the one thing that you find candidates tend to do that they should avoid doing altogether?
Well, not necessarily avoid altogether, but it is a habit of most candidates to speak in we statements versus I statements. And what that means is that they end up promoting their companies that they've worked for rather than themselves, or they talk about the teams that they've worked on rather than talking about their experience within the team. People need to keep in mind that employers are interviewing you as an individual. And while you did work on a team and we need to know what you and your team did, we also want to be able to pull out exactly what you did on the team.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We hope you've gotten some great interview tips that you'll be able to use right away. We'd like to thank Kimberly Schneiderman from City Career Services for her time and great advice. For MetroBoxTV.com, this is Tati Amare.